Pakistani dramas are often praised for their realistic portrayal of societal issues and family dynamics. The storytelling tends to be emotionally engaging, addressing social problems, relationships, and cultural nuances with depth and sensitivity. These dramas are known for featuring well developed characters, particularly strong and independent female leads. Like other themes, toxic love, obsession, and violent behaviors are some of the popular themes which provide good lessons on how one's anger and ego can throw them into eternal doom of regret. Some of these toxic love stories portray male leads as villains rather than heroes, while others depict transformation and redemption upon realization. In most of such dramas, the female lead ends up with someone who actually deserves her. Take a look at some of the renowned Pakistani dramas that showcase the complexities of toxic male leads. Darr khuda se. It tells the story of Afreen coming from a middle class family who supports her household by working in Shahwez's office. Shahwez, coming from a wealthy background and with an elder wife, is a womanizer. Despite his persistent attempts to get closer to Afreen, she, being a decent girl, rejects his advances. When Shahwez realizes Afreen's lack of interest, he starts blackmailing her with morphed pictures, destroying the life of Afreen. Will Afreen's harasser face the consequences for his actions? Will Afreen attain the life she had dreamt of? Watch the drama. Rana. Rana is a young advocate for women's rights who faces a misfortune when she tragically loses her beloved father. Left with a mother and younger sister, they relocate to their uncle's home, where she encounters Adil, known for his rudeness, arrogance, and self-centered nature. One night, Adil misbehaves with Rana, which made her to slap him hard on his face. To satisfy his male ego, Adil kidnaps Rana, pressurizes her on gunpoint to be his wife, and they get married. Once Adil enters her life, all her dreams and goals now seem to be shattered for eternity. The story gets a twist when Adil has an accident, and this illness transforms him into a better caring person. Visaal. Akku, having a shady past, has now arrived at a new town and has started living a new life in the disguise of a nobleman. At his new destination, he gets the chance to meet Pari, an innocent and simple girl. Akku thinks that Pari is the daughter of Maulvi Saab. In order to get closer to Pari, Akku develops a good relationship with Maulvi Saab. In a misunderstanding, Akku offers a marriage proposal to Maulvi Saab's daughter, who is actually Nahid but not Pari. Later, when Akku finds out that Nahid is not his love interest, he starts finding ways to get Pari. Mere ban jao. Azmiya and Ferdin are cousins who are engaged to be married. Although Azmiya is deeply in love with Ferdin, she struggles with his controlling nature. Ferdin lives abroad and he emotionally manipulates her into inappropriate actions during video calls, persuading her that they are engaged after all and he is her husband-to-be. A day before their rukhsati, Ferdin attempts to be intimate with Azmiya, but she refuses to do so and slaps him. In response, Ferdin impulsively divorces her with triple talaq. Azmiya's life becomes hell as Ferdin starts to blackmail her with compromising videos, pressurizing her to remarry him. In this distressing situation, Zaki, who is Azmiya's childhood friend and now the tailor in her neighborhood, steps in to rescue Azmiya from the clutches of Ferdin. Takabbur. Maz and Muqaddas are siblings who move into their grandfather's house after their mother's death with the aspirations of completing their studies and becoming self-sufficient. Unfortunately, their household members subject them to mistreatment. Ariz, who is the cousin of Muqaddas, always engages in teasing and taunting her. At one point, inappropriate advances of Ariz leads to Muqaddas slapping him. Rejecting his marriage proposal, Muqaddas opts for another suitor. Seeking revenge, Ariz gets her kidnapped on her wedding day. The second time wedding also gets cancelled due to Ariz's evil plans. In a surprising turn of events, Ariz marries Muqaddas under the guise of shielding her from embarrassment. The narrative evolves into a tale of vengeance turned love, exploring the consequences of excessive pride. Zakham. It is an intriguing story of love-hate relationships that go through a lot of ups and downs. It tells the story of Arij, a young, beautiful and self-reliant girl who lost her mother when she was a kid but lives with her father and stepmother. Things take a terrible turn when uncertain circumstances lead Arij to come face to face with Sikandar. Sikandar's arrogant, insensitive and self-centered behavior brings forward multiple trials for Arij, who shatters her hopes of leading an independent life. He traps Arij's father into debt and gets forcefully married to Arij. He makes her life miserable but is not aware of the outcomes of his bad deeds. Will Arij be able to take a stand for herself, or will she continue to suffer under Sikandar's atrocities? Kesi teri khud garzi. The story revolves around a son of business tycoon, rich and spoiled guy Shamsher, who falls in love with Mehak at first sight, belonging to a middle class background. Some unpleasant events occur during the course and Mehak starts hating Shamsher as he makes her life more miserable. Since both the family does not approve of his relationship, he goes to all lengths to chase Mehak. Shamsher's father, who is against his marriage with Mehak, plans to kill her, but she escapes from that accident fortunately. Later, Shamsher finds out she is alive and forcefully gets married to her by threatening her family. It is a love-hate relationship between Shamsher and Mehak, and in this tumultuous relationship, destiny is lost. Bashar Momin. Rudaba is an innocent girl who is engaged to her father's friend Bulan, who lives in America. After her father's death in a robbery, she starts living with her brother Adil and his wife. Adil works as a frontman for his brother-in-law Bashar, who is a money launderer. While Adil and Saira has to go to America for an urgent work, now Rudaba has to live in Bashar's house and also take care of Adil's daughter. Bashar scolds Rudaba often, but he eventually falls for her. But problems arise when Rudaba's fiancé Bulan returns and starts meeting her often. Bashar, now in love with Rudaba, tries to separate her from Bulan for his own gain. Bashar Momin's selfishness and right to misuse power entitles him to disturb the life of Rudaba. Deewangi. This is a Pakistani drama where Nagin is an orphan girl from a poor household and Sultan Durrani is a political powerhouse. Fate comes to play and Sultan falls head over heels in love with Nagin, but Nagin, being the modest girl, rejects his advances first but says yes finally. Their initial encounter video where Nagin slaps Sultan goes viral, defaming his family to lose the elections. Furious, Sultan blames Nagin for this scandal and gets her kidnapped on their wedding day as a revenge, causing her honor to be compromised as well. Nagin is heartbroken and runs away from home. This time she is helped by Harun, who ultimately marries Nagin and they live happily together. Sultan, on the other hand, realizes that he wrongly treated Nagin and searches for her vigorously, finally finding her. Further, we can see how the obsession of Sultan will slowly start ruining Nagin's life and how she will manage to escape from him. Khaani. It tells the story of a sister's struggle to avenge the murder of her only brother who was killed by a politician's son. The central character Sanam Khan is a pragmatic girl who is often referred to as Khaani. Her twin brother Sarim clashes with Mir Hadi, a short-tempered fellow coming from an influential family. Sarim is killed by Hadi in that fight and Khaani's family takes a fear against Hadi. Hadi threatens Khaani's family to take back the fear, but Khaani stands up for justice. Khaani's bravery surprises Mir Hadi and he falls in love with her. His toxic obsession with Khaani complicates her life, despite which her pursuit of justice brings retribution for her brother's tragic death.